Just getting the slides up. Okay, well, we get that up. I'll introduce our next speaker. So Barbara Avella is a primary school teacher visiting us from Italy. And she's at the Istituto Comprensivo. You can do it.
A comprehensive institute in Rome, Italy.
Yes, and she is going to be talking about some work that you did in your class teaching AI, right?
So it's a small study, just preliminary results, but anyway.
All right, so
okay. I will share with you this experience conducted with my class, made by 18 kids from different origin. They come from Italy, but also from Morocco and Peru and maybe Moldavia and other countries. Anyway, sorry, this is me. I'm just a scientists ambassador, community for scientists, for a science teacher in Europe. Anyway, we know that for this century, the one important, sorry, some skills for kids are problem solving and critical thinking. And in Europe, the committee, the European Committee, published some documents directed to these skills, to obtain these skills. And then we had the DCOMP 2.2, that is the framework for digital competencies for citizens in Europe for this century. In QR code you can find the original documents. Okay, but in Italy we face educational disparities, several disparities, and as you can see, there are differences from north and south, where students that go out from school are lacking competencies. And so you can see in Sondrio, only 29 are lacking competencies. But in South, like in Crotone, this amount of 65% is very high competent, it's very important. And so the most important is that only 40–50% of students are able to solve problem in, of course, I said, are able to solve this problem. But as you can see, to solve a problem is important. You need to identify relevant data and interpretation, the words of the problem, and reasoning and choosing appropriate operation. And so I think that I would try how Socratic tutoring could improve the skills for these students. And Socratic tutoring is on Socratic dialogue that made a reflection, made the student reflect about the text and what is doing. And so I was thinking that I could stimulate reflection and promoting the critical thinking. I acted as an artisan, so I shaping technology with pedagogical care and fused traditions, Socratic and AI tutoring. Then molding understanding of I design, calibrate, and adapt the activity for my kids. And this was the activity. I focused on the DCOMP 2.2 areas, that is formation, navigation, and evaluation, and problem solving. Just three. And this is the remarkable questions. The question, so can Socratic AI tutoring be effectively a scaffold the kids to the information literacy and foster, anyway, can also AI Socratic tutors foster critical uh, assessment skills. And the last one, if the Socratic AI improvement students' ability to break down and solve multi-step problem. And the methodology, okay. I can see, I can see. Okay, this is a test and with 18 students, as I say before. And anyway, they solve the problem, but the problem was exposed as narrative history. And then I know the limit is the number and the mathematical data. Anyway, I would try to explore this. In Europe, we have a problem about the data protection. And so I used AI with my own account, not kids. Use the and I created question sequences and in real time I intervened with a responses divergence. Okay. First, okay, this is an example of a problem, and I try to enhance the index of readability because you know there's a difficult to understand text, and I think in Italy almost we touch the lowest level, and maybe enhance the index, the kids maybe pay more attention to the text. Okay, so I decided to transform the text, and this is analysis is made by Voyant tool. It is an app that we use. Okay, these are the three most important questions. And the first is the first line is for understand the problem, the text in a deep understanding, and then identify the path for the solution, and at last the calculation if applicable. Anyway, it's important for me they understand text and think about the path to solve the problem, no more. This is the flow of the work. So identify the problem text and then use the AI to be able to resolve the problem. Okay. And this is the problem, and for you in English. And we choose a problem, one different problem, and this is an example, and then define the prompt for the AI tutor. And this, they acted in problem-based learning and cooperative learning, and at first individual approach, and then in a collaboration in small group, and the task was on narrative based, and this is okay, Uncle Baby's vinyl. The vocabulary was complex, and the real word was for engage. And this is the analysis pre and post assessments to understand if was a change in the ability of the kids. And this is the tab that I use. And now some results. As you can see, this is for the decomp 2.3, and this is the ability to extract data or understand the text. And in green before, and yellow as is for the last performance. And I have just one kid that is, I say, is not affected by any any kind of intervention, but all the most kids was improving their competences, and this is for the 2.3, and this is for the last another one item, and as you can see, some better performance, and this is the results and information data, and the students demonstrate improvement skills. This was most evident for one kid that is coming from Philippines, and is very smart for calculation and logic, but he doesn't understand Italian well. Anyway, we observed that it was more able to do it. And they reached the better results for the end of the school. And this is a generic global diagram, and this is the results for students. This is the discussion. Okay, the data are few. Anyway, we faces hard competencies for understand language and mathematics, and maybe this could be could be interesting. Analyze better this field, and it's it's very interesting that if you think about Sigma 2 of Bloom and Vygotsky, how this Socratic tutoring by AI could be scaffold and gently push for understand and solve problem. And the ability is a mix from language, math, and logic. And we have to improve the language at first because problem solving is impossible if you don't understand the language. And the conclusion is, can Socratic AI tutoring be effective in development? Yes, I think so, but we need more evidence. And it fosters critical assessment skills, yes, but we need to test it more. And they shown a better results, sure. For my class, this obviously. This was a regulation about metacognitive paths, autonomy, and cross-disciplinary learning, because sometimes Italian language teacher are far away from math teacher. But if you, I try to put in match the results for resumes. How do you say resumes? Riassunti. When you take a text and short them. Okay, resume and problem solving. Often the results are similar, very similar. And is we tested was it was interesting alliance with the decomp 2.2 indicators and specific in 1.1, 1.3, and 5.3. It's real for data, extract data, understand test, and critical thinking. And this is my thought about future direction. And maybe enhance the number of kids that could be useful. And this is for reference from the study. And this, I'm very happy to be here, but very emotional. Sorry. Anyway, I would like that on the QR code you can find all the material, all the documents, such as a metacognitive tab for that kids can use to trace the path.